Hi guys, Andy here. I hope you're all having a good weekend. I would like to have a look at the Dow Jones futures on the Wanda platform, and I will combine the higher time frame analysis with the lower time frame analysis for Monday. The reason is that I would like to add more instruments to the channel, and therefore I have to optimize a bit my recording time. So I plan to combine the higher time frame analysis with the lower time frame analysis, or the lower time frame analysis with a higher time frame analysis, depending on the day I'm recording. But so I will immediately provide the lower time frame analysis for Monday, and I think that's okay because between now and the opening on Monday, not much will change. We have the Asian session, but yeah, normally for the European and American indices, not much is happening during the Asian session. So therefore, it should be okay. So here we are looking at the weekly. So the Dow Jones in the weekly, and my take on the Dow Jones is that we did here from the March 2020 lows, and yeah, a first impulse up here as a wave one in the higher degree. We have 5 waves. We end with divergence. This looks like a textbook impulse, I would say. And then we came down as a corrective move, in my opinion. And so now I believe this was the wave too low. Normally we should reach this area here, the zero point 0.5 FIP retracement. That did not happen, but that's okay. The zero point 0.5 FIP retracement level is a guideline. This is not a rule, and actually we came quite close. So for now, I would say this is the wave too low, which is in now. And this means that if we have a wave one here, a wave two down, that we might be working on a wave three to the upside. As you can see, this looks quite bullish. And I think so now we are working here on this wave one, because this target can take years to play out. We should see 5 waves up, and so after wave one to the upside, we will have a wave two, three, four, five. So this target is definitely not for tomorrow. So I believe we are working here on a wave one of a higher degree, wave three. Now, it could also be that, so this is actually a bullish scenario, but it could also be like if I have to come up with something bearish, then I would say, so a bearish scenario here in the weekly, then I would say that we are still working on this wave two. So then what could happen is that yeah, we get some kind of a flat structure here, that this was a wave A, a wave B up, and that we then now get 5 waves down as a wave C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, deeper into this area, and that would mean that the wave two was not in yet. So from an Elliott wave point of view, this is a scenario which is possible. However, it's not my primary scenario, because yeah, as you can see, the current price level is here, or wave too low is here, so there is quite some separation. So for now, instead of predicting yeah, a low level here on the 24,000 level in the Dow Jones, it makes more sense to yeah, to just continue with the bullish scenario. And so, yeah, I believe we are working here on a wave one. Interesting fact here in the weekly is that we are now sitting here on this RSI trend line. So this is something I will closely monitor. What will happen from here? Will we break this trend line or not? Because so far here, this is a bullish cycle we are in. If we start to break this might mean yeah, that we can have a different situation. So this is something I follow up. Then if we look at the daily, so here we have our wave two low, and so I believe we are working here on this wave one, like I showed you in the weekly. And for now, I would say this here is a wave one up, this here is a wave two down. And so now I think from here, the wave three might have started, so the wave 3 of this wave 1. And so if this is the case, I think this here was our wave 1, and so now we are currently working on a wave 2 to the downside. Um, so if our wave 1 high is here I think the chance is quite big that we have our high here. Then it would mean that we are heading towards this area here between the zero point 0.5 and the 0.854 FIB retracement, which is our wave 2 area. And from here we should then see upside again. So I believe this is actually a very interesting area for investors. I would like to buy from here as an investor. So I would just wait for this correction here playing out, and if we reach this area, I think this is an interesting buying opportunity. Now, this will normally not be for this week, so we will still need some time before we reach this area. So if it happens, we can be a bit more specific on where and how to buy here in this area. An alternative might be that this wave 2 here is not in yet, and that we have an A, B, C, so expanded flat structure overshooting this wave 1. So A down, B up, and that we get 5 waves down here to make a lower wave 2. That's a possibility. That would be a bearish scenario in the daily, but like even if we reach this area, there will be a reaction to the upside because of this corrective structure here. Like if we arrive here in the equal leg area, there will be a reaction to the upside. So therefore, it is a good area to buy in my opinion as an investor, but we are not there yet. And so this scenario in red is also my alternative scenario, my bearish scenario in the daily. But for now, I do not have any reasons to make this secondary scenario my primary one. So then if we have a look in the 4-hour, we can be more specific here about this correction. So in the 4-hour, this here was our wave 1 high. And so this is the target area of our wave 2. And so I believe we are doing an ABC correction here. If our wave B high is in here, then it means we already know the target for our wave C. If we take the length of our wave A, the length of our wave B, then this here becomes the target area for our wave C. Between the 1 and the 1.618 FIB extension, this is our destination. Here should we go. And so like this nicely coincides with our wave 2 area. So again, for investors, I think this might be a nice area to buy here. I think we can expect some reaction to the upside from here. Now, this area, of course, here, this wave C area is under the assumption that our wave B high was in here. And this is now on the lower time frame. The key issue, I think, in the Dow Jones, like this structure was actually enough as a correction, but like nothing excludes that we do like the double correction. Like instead of this single correction, you can do a double, like a W X Y. And what we are seeing here and what we are seeing across all indices for the moment is that the 4-hour downward channel is breaking here, the downward cycle, and it looks like we are establishing an upward cycle here. So if we are in an upward cycle, we should see more more upward pressure, more or a bigger move to the upside. And so this is also what I'm now expecting for the Dow Jones. Like the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq are still in some situation in between. So far, we only have 3 waves down, 1, 2, 3. So this could be our wave 4, would make sense, breaking the RSI trend line. But then now, like we are reaching the limits of a wave 4, we urgently need to come down, like take out this low and making a low here with divergence. Then it would mean we have 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I think correction to the upside was over, and we are starting our wave C to the downside as wave 1, then upside 2, 3, 4, 5. But as long as we do not get this fifth wave down, then I think we will actually see more upside here, entering again the wave B area, and then going deeper into the wave B area, and then turning after making a new high in this area. So this is actually now my primary scenario. I'm very aware it's still very early. It's also difficult to make this decision, but I have to make a decision. I always force myself to have a primary count and a secondary count. And like if I look at the market globally, like taking into account also the other indices, I believe there is a higher chance that we see first more upside and then downside. Like Dow Jones and Nasdaq, I would say is a 50-50% chance. But if I also take into account the DAX and the FTSE, there it looks like we now really need to see or will see some upside, and therefore I'm also expecting this upside in the Dow Jones and in the Nasdaq. So that does not mean that I doubt about this wave 2 correction. No, this is not the point. I just think that we will have here a larger wave B correction before going down again. So instead of going down here as after a single correction, it starts to look like we will have a double correction, 1, 2, 3, and then go down again. So, and this is how it is indicated here on the 1 hour. So we have our wave A down, 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then here the first leg, A, B, C. Then actually here another nice corrective leg. For now we have A, B, C. We reacted here from the equal leg area. And so look, in red I indicated the 5 waves down. So now we really need this push down as a fifth wave before we can exclude like the double correction in a wave B. But if we do not take out this low here, I would expect more upside, and then we can even go into this area. So if we take the length of our wave W or wave X, then here this area between the 1 and the 1.618 FIB extension becomes our target. We cannot really go to the 1.618 FIB extension because we cannot take out this high here if this is a corrective move. So, and this here is also the upper boundary of our wave B. So I would expect that we go somewhere here to the lower boundary of this area here, and then yeah, this is how it looks like for now. So we are establishing also here an upward cycle. So therefore, yeah, we really need to start dropping in order to have this wave 5. So if this wave 5 is not coming, then I would definitely stick with my primary scenario. However, if it is coming, then also from here, if we take out this low, also from here, then we have our first impulse. Then we should some upside from here actually. So, okay, this is my analysis, a higher time frame and lower time frame combined. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, comment to support my work. And I see you this week for another video. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.